Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. Today, our special guest is Colleen Rae. Welcome.
Hey. Hello.
Thank you for joining us.
Oh, I'm so glad to get a chance to meet a lot of you are following and say hello, finally, officially. Hi, Paula. Hi, Donna.
Hey, Lizzie.
It's just a neighbor on email.
Yeah. Woohoo! It's much better than our offices. Of course, I'm hungry because it's dinner time, but you know, it's always dinner time for me.
Well, kitchens where a lot of jam sessions, a lot of playing and musical inspirations have happened for me. So this is a really good spot to get to introduce myself to you guys and tell you where I started from.
Wonderful.
So, on that note, tell us, who is Colleen Rae?
Well, I am a singer-songwriter. I am an artist. I am an entertainer. From the time that I've been yay high, I wanted to entertain people. I went up to the principal at the school and I said, during our next assembly, can I sing for the people? And he was kind of taken by that. And at the time, there was no, karaoke tracks or anything. So I sang to the cassette tape. One of the first songs was a Dolly Parton song. Riva McIntyre song was another. Tiffany, I don't know if you know the 1980s Tiffany. Oh, yes. So those were my inspirations at the time. Madonna had all these little stage movements, and some of those movements I still use in my everyday performances. And I'm also a mom and a wife and a new fur mom, too.
Yay! Yeah. I love that he's used to the children as our fur mum. Yay, fur mum.
I show people more pictures of my puppy lately. They're very interested in what Max is doing, and he's a mini dachshund, and so he's our latest addition, and we're so excited to have him. He's pretty cool.
Awesome. A mini dachshund.
Yes, I think everyone loves fur babies. I wonder about people that don't, so they make me nervous. Yeah.
For sure.
If I don't like fur babies, there's something wrong. Fur babies are the best.
Yeah.
So I was reading your profile, and I loved it when you said you were into the business, and you used to make posters and all sorts for the performances you put on for your family. That is so cool.
Well, and literally our basement was a theater type of a situation. Just the lighting in there. You had the ability to dim the switch, so it seemed very theater-like. And later, when I went out to do outside concerts, when the summertime was beautiful weather, I would go outside and invite people to right out on our driveway. And it really got cool. For a long time, I had to flip up the door. There was like a garage door, and it was on a pole. And then my dad got an electrical garage door opener, and that was magic, push the button. It was like the curtain coming up, showtime. And those songs back then, it's really funny. Not just country. I always loved country music, always listened to country music, but some of the cover artists were like Cyndi Lauper. And coming up this month, I have a show, and some of the fan base, they're going to be a little bit surprised to hear a cover of that song in the show. Girls Just Want to Have Fun. It just feels right to do those kind of songs that I've always loved and always been part of my music upbringing, and just songs that I know people really enjoy. And just overall, like the support that I've had, it was my mom and dad who helped, with making of the juice and the popcorn for those little home shows that I was doing back at a really young age. And they were such a good support to, drive me to every show as I became a teenager and so on, into the age of 18. I had graduated from high school young, 17 and a half, and I started a tribute to Connie Smith. I wanted to pay honor to her music. That's the old style country music. And I got the opportunity to open for Bev Monroe, and we did this Alberta, Saskatchewan tour up here in Canada. And that was a really, really great experience for me to, really show people some of my country roots.
That's amazing.
Wonderful. So I have a question about those home concerts. So did you officially like charge anyone, and did you pay your parents? Or
there was a 10-cent fee for the popcorn, and the Kool-Aid was 5 cents. And on the posters, I wish we would have kept them. Like, I have so much scrapbook stuff from, say, 19 years of age and older with the career. But any of that earlier stuff, my cousin does have VHS tape. See, dinosaur age, I was telling you earlier, I'm pretty old. A VHS tape of us making up our own little performances and dance. And there's a photo of us on my social media of us holding our hairbrushes, and we're posing. And, you know, it's, I think, the only time that I actually showed my midriff, because it was at home and not, that was never really a thing for me. It was just always having the, I'll call them later. Have my people call your people. All the time. She wants a plug in that. That's one of my cousins who sings. Our family's super musical. My mom sings. My grandpa, for all of his life, even up to his 98th birthday, he performed, he sang, he learned so many different instruments. Even in his 90s, he wanted to learn double lap steel. So I come from a very, very musical family. So a lot of times my brothers would, you know, jam at home, but never join me on stage. So maybe in the future, they didn't love those concerts that I was doing in the basement. My parents thought they were really fun and cool. And so my brothers now will pay for a ticket, which is very supportive and very, very awesome. They wear my merch. I had a post of a picture on social media of my brothers modeling a Colleen Rae t-shirts and such. So yeah, I'm really, really fortunate for the people that are.
That is awesome.
That is awesome.
Tigger's come to join us.
Yeah, Tigger came to join me.
Hello.
That's one.
She's like, I need hugs. Hold on. Yeah. Okay.
She's awesome. Oh, she's gorgeous.
One of my 7 dwarfs.
Yes. What is her name?
This is Tigger.
Hi, Tigger.
Hi.
Oh.
Say hi to everyone.
Hi, Tigger.
She's like, okay, yeah, I'm getting loving right now.
Oh, that's the only cat I've ever seen in my entire life that cuddles.
Right
and just
under
loves,
the chin.
absolutely loves to cuddle.
She's my cuddler.
Loves it.
She was a stray when we found her, and she was like, you know, when you find a stray, they have fleas and ticks, but she was trying that night. She was like trying to be cute and cuddle that night, and then for a few years she was like, nope, I'm not cuddling at all. And then she goes back and forth with her cuddling, but the last few years she's just been a cuddler. The last, I think, 5 years. So
take those moments when you can. Oh yeah,
definitely, because they fly by way too quick.
They do.
Way too quick. Way too quick. So, apart from your amazing concerts, tell us about your single this year.
Well, Live is an uplifting song. I felt like it was time to just inspire people to follow their heart. There's a lot of people that had been, staying in and maybe shifting what their goals are, shifting what their dream is, or maybe they sat there for a while and thought, you know what, I'm going to go after something completely different or something that they've always wanted to do. So I felt like it was an inspirational song to put up to radio.
It's
beautiful
awesome.
song.
I must admit, I had to listen to all of your songs, but the one song, now I'm going to get the name of this wrong because I just forgotten it. Is it Have I Got Your Eyes? That one.
Do I Have Your Eyes?
That's the one. Oh,
so
absolutely
it is
amazing.
Thank you. That came from a very young age. I was 19, and I wrote that song as a tribute and inspiration of my best friend who found out that she was adopted. She found both her birth mom and dad. And actually her birth mom ended up moving into our neighborhood where I grew up, just small world, very meant to meet. And they reconnected, and she had a chance to, let her know what a wonderful life she did have. And so how lucky is she to have both birth mom and birth dad, and also who she called mom and dad all her life. Yeah. And before this, in our teen years, my best friend would point out to a random person, say, do you think I look like that person? Do you think I have their nose? Do you think, like, oh, maybe, kind of this, like, similar in the mouth, maybe your eyes. And then that line always rolled around of, do I have your eyes? And when I write songs, I usually write it with an instrument. A lot of times I will just sit at the piano and let my fingers move at the melody and at the pace of what the vocal is saying. And so I just kept saying, "Do I have your eyes?" And that song was written early at 3 a.m. I played it for quite a few industry friends and peers. And the funny story about this is one of the persons was Charlie Major, Canadian country artist. He said, "You know who would be great for that song?" I'm like, "Colleen Rae." And he's like, "Well, no, if you were pitching it as a writer." I never had thought of that at this time. And I was about 21. I played him the demo and he said, "That'd be great for Faith Hill." And I said, "Well, I'd have to, like, how do you get a hold of her?" I'm independent. I have no record company. I have no publisher. I'm Colleen Rae and I'm very driven. However, the connection would have to be for me to literally run into her. So fast forward, my best friend, who the song is about, she's recently engaged. She's going to be getting married and the wedding is in 2007. She's up in Portland, Oregon. And here is the Soul to Soul tour for Mr. Tim McGraw on Faith Hill. And little did we know, we happened to be at this restaurant called Jake's, and we're standing in line and I look behind me and I see Tim McGraw. I let out a little bit of a swear, squeezed my best friend's arm and said, "That's Tim McGraw." And Faith Hill right behind. Like, I kind of pulled this fan thing for a moment there and I watched him walk up. And I don't know if you follow any soap operas, but he used the alias. I don't know if I should tell this, but okay, I'll tell it anyway. John Black. He says, "John Black." And he walks in with Faith. Their 3 kids. They had 2 nannies. They had 2 security guards. And I said to my best friend, "How fast can you go back home and get a copy of Do I Have Your Eyes?" Because it wasn't even fully recorded at that point. It was just a demo that I made for her. And she had 1 copy of it. That was it. So she made it back in time. And I don't normally wear dresses unless I'm on stage, but we had happened to be out for this fancy dinner at Jake's. So I presented and curtsied like royalty to Tim and Faith. Handed them the CD and just discreetly said, "I know you're Audrey Faith and I know what that means." And I didn't want to talk about adoption in front of her kids in case they didn't know the term, but I said, "Please have a listen." And they didn't record that song, but I believe if you go to her latest project, there is a song of adoption that's in there. So it probably inspired them to say, "You know what, let's touch on this topic too." I did check the trash cans outside the restaurant to make sure the CD wasn't in the trash. Like, I know they left with it. I know they heard it. They were so polite and kind. That is not something you normally do. It's sort of faux pas to approach industry people or celebrities and just be like, "Here's my song, I'm pitching it." But I thought, if I don't, this was that moment. This was that moment that I said, I literally have to run into her. And she was there. And, you know, they're human. They're parents. So they have their 3 kids with them and their middle child was acting up a little bit. And I wasn't a mom at this point, but I could really relate to watching Faith take her daughter to the bathroom and then back to the table. And then Tim taking their daughter to the bathroom and then back to the table. And then outside the window at one point, you know, we could see them just on the sidewalk and both of them talking to her like, "Look, we need to behave. We're in the restaurant." They don't want to draw any attention because they're trying to be discreet, but have dinner. And that was a really cool experience to pitch my song to her.
Wow. That is awesome.
That was awesome. Yeah.
And I did make my promise that if she didn't record it by the next CD, I was putting this on. And it's had such great response at live concerts. Previous to that, I used to play it just in practicing. I worked at a music shop. I had several different jobs throughout my career. And one time when I was playing it, I had a completely grown man walk into the music store saying, with tears in his eyes, "So you're adopted?" he said. I said, "No, I'm not adopted." He said, "Well, how can you describe that's what I'm feeling. I am adopted. How did you know that that's the experience?" So that just made me feel even more prouder that I could capture that as a writer.
Yeah. I must admit, I felt that. I'm not adopted, but you could feel the emotion the whole way through that song of the you know, the person that was telling the story. So I was just, you know, so I can relate to that. Totally relate. So awesome.
And I'm the daughter of a woman who was adopted, and we don't know who her original family is, but we've talked about doing like the one of the DNA things and looking into it that way, because my mom's been gone, oh my God, 14 years almost. And, you know, so it's like, maybe we should. I mean, it's not that it's not that we care that they're per se family, if you will, because we were always brought up with, you know, my grandparents were my grandparents. They raised my mom. They raised me like their own too. And, you know, that's what makes a family. It doesn't matter that who gives birth to you in that aspect, but it's who's there for you all the time.
That's right, Donna. And the connection, it's there's something about people that just want to connect in life. And maybe there isn't any answers to those questions, but to have that connection and just sort of connect the dots, sometimes that does give a little bit of completion in the heart and in the soul.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Awesome. I love that. I love it. Very, very good.
So are you ready for some really fun questions?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some are quick fire, some are not.
Okay.
It's I think we're still calling it 20 questions plus one.
Nice.
We haven't come up with the clever name yet.
Works for me.
Okay, let's do this. Early bird or night owl?
Oh, night owl.
Perfect. If you could be a member of any sitcom, what would you? Which sitcom would you be a member of?
Seinfeld. I'm Elaine. Totally. Curly hair. Natural. Yeah.
That's awesome. If we had look on your iPod or whatever holds all your music, what would be your guilty pleasure music?
I would say Pink.
Oh, Pink Box.
Yeah,
artist. Yeah, Pink is awesome. Okay, what's the weirdest, strangest, or funniest thing a fan has ever done for you?
Well, I would say asked me to sign a body part. It was their chest. That was kind of strange. And I said, that you realize this is a Sharpie marker?
Yeah,
they're like, sure, let's do a tattoo while you're at it.
Yeah. That's what some people do, don't they? They do it and then they get it tattooed on, so then it's there for good. It's awesome. Boots or heels?
Oh, heels. On stage all the time. Heels.
Perfect. Favorite drink?
Water. And it has to be warm though. And I know, if it's a beverage pop wise, Sprite, 7-Up, yeah. I like the
what
little
about
bubble.
alcoholics?
Oh, rum. I don't know if you can see the Cuba stuff behind me, but yeah, rum.
So you're part pirate, is that what it is?
Yes, and Irish. I forgot to tell you that earlier too. Ukrainian, Irish.
Oh, and the Irish know how to drink, seriously.
I think you saw
so coconut rum? Coconut or other spice rum? Or is it all the same, just all rum?
Regular rum, coconut, yeah, I'll take just white, yeah.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay. Favorite holiday?
Oh, Christmas. Hands down, Christmas. I pulled up decorations yesterday. I'm like, can we do this? Can we do this, please?
I love it. What's your favorite animal?
Oh, puppy. I have a mini dash hound, and I always thought it was going to be golden retriever. I've even got a statue of golden retriever, but I have fallen in love with the breed of what my current fur baby is, and that's Max, a mini dash hound.
Oh, they're the best. They are awesome. Yeah. Okay, if you could add somebody to Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why?
Gosh, that's a good one. Instantly, she won't like it, but my mom, she really inspires me. Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's solid as stone. She should be up there.
That's awesome. I love that. Okay, what was your first concert?
I went to? Oh, Riva McEntire. Yeah.
You are my new best friend. You are my new best friend. I love Riva. Riva is the best.
Well, the amount of outfits and changes she did I was like, yes. And for a while, one of the dressing rooms that we had at a regular casino that we played, I would switch outfits in between sets. We would do 4 hours, 4 sets. And so I thought, okay, this is as close as I'm getting to how many changes. I didn't have any of those tunnels and elevators that she has in her show, but I got to change some outfits for sure.
Awesome. I haven't seen her in one of those big shows. I've seen her a few times, but obviously I've seen her sort of later. She didn't come to the UK when I first started to say. But she is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
I remember when she was doing the I want to say it was 93 or 4 when she did the airplane and her do you remember? Oh, that was amazing. That one was amazing.
I missed all those years. But she's still awesome now. She's still awesome.
Yes. So what's your favorite song today?
Currently today, wow, that's I mean, it still is You Are My Sunshine. It's a song I sing to my kids at night. They sing it back to me. They're even singing it to our dog. It's really sweet. And we all tuck each other in at night. It's still if I had to only pick one, that's it. You Are My Sunshine.
It is awesome.
It is. Well, what would be a good theme song for your life?
Wow. Okay. It would be Why Not from my own album. I really feel like you have to make your own choices and just go for the things in life that you want to do. And that motto of like, why not? What's the worst somebody's going to say? No, not right now.
Exactly. That's great. So tell our audience or give them a recommendation on an artist, an album, a couple songs, whatever, maybe a couple artists that they need to listen to before they die.
Oh my gosh, I have so many. Okay, Canadian wise, Joyce Smith. She is the first to do If You Got Leaving on Your Mind before Patsy Cline. Look her up. She is incredible, still performing. You've got the Brandi Carlile. If you have not heard her music, what an amazing writer, performer. Another Canadian young artist, Mackenzie Porter. I really like her style and her sound. If you're out in Australia, a friend of mine, Kate, she's got a group called Paradise Road. Shout out to Kate because I love Katie's stuff, her sound. And most recently, Carly Pierce. She has just a very powerful, independent way about her. And I feel like she is letting people hear her very loud and clear.
Those are all great choices. Amazing. So tell us, what's the best thing since sliced bread?
Well, cheesecake.
I love that answer.
That's a great answer. That was very quick. You knew that one. You were like,
yeah.
Oh, there's some in my fridge right over there.
If only you live closer, I just like come over and bring some toppings to go with it too.
So not fair. I'm so far away.
Well, we're quite a ways away too, so you know.
Yeah.
Florida to Canada, you know, that's huge. So anyway.
Anytime you come over, if you leave here hungry, it's your own fault.
Oh, okay.
That's how I was growing in my house too. Same thing. Absolutely. So if you could talk to anyone, alive or dead, who would it be and what would you want to talk about?
Wow. That's an emotional one for me. It would be a cousin that I just recently lost, Miss Dana. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So sorry.
You weren't doing music. What would you be doing?
I would be a teacher, an elementary school teacher.
Do you have a specific grade in mind?
I like grade 2. Yeah.
Perfect. I had a good friend that's a teacher. She just graduated from kindergarten to first grade after 20 some years. I complimented her. I told her good job. Yeah. Sorry, bad teacher joke.
Awesome. Yeah.
Oh, if you could be a Disney character, what character would you be?
Well, see, Cinderella, as in from I even got to meet her. I got to meet her when I went to Disneyland. But other than that, Tigger, if you mean actual, like from the Winnie the Pooh collection.
That is awesome.
That's awesome.
Tigger rocks.
That's who Tigger was named after.
There you go.
Do you have a favorite flavor of ice cream?
I do. It's chocolate chip mint. And if I get a chance, in the summertime, I'm always spoiled with 2. So now this New York cheesecake is my extra topping. But if there's only one, it's chocolate chip mint.
I love that. A topping on top of ice cream. That's just the best.
What's your current favorite go-to snack?
Currently, it's a banana with peanut butter.
Those are always yummy. Can you tell I'm hungry? I'm like, let's just talk food. I don't care about anything else.
Food is
So hypothetically, if I came to you with a dead body and said I need to hide it, do you know a good place?
No.
Very honest.
I love the honesty. Okay, so don't come to you with a dead body. Got it.
I think it came. How big was my trunk? That's what I was counting. That's why the no was a little. Yeah, I don't have that big of a vehicle.
We can just chop it up into little bits.
I don't like scary. I don't like gore. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we won't call you. We won't call you. We'll just we'll just come over for dinner after.
Yeah, we're really hungry today. That's very funny. Okay, the most important question of your entire career. You're very ready for this.
Okay.
Who is your favorite CWC host?
Oh, come on now. Come on now. I can't do this. Now I got to say Tigger or what? No, okay, don't do that.
Tigger has more votes than any of us.
Yeah. This is a team. There's no I in team, Paula. Come on now.
Yeah. Well, Tigger gets all the votes. So
that's like asking me to pick one of my kids, right? Like, I can't do that. I have 2 boys, so you can't. They're both just you're both awesome.
We both lost. Oh well.
Oh, yeah, we're used to that. It's all good.
We're used to it. I just love the look on people's faces.
What if I would have said Paula? Oh! Okay, go on. Come on now.
Like, one for Paula. I'm gonna have to bribe the next artist to say my name now. So.
I mean, no. Okay.
Yeah, no, we just joke about it. It's all good.
I know. You got one for me?
It's so funny. That's the last question. That was so quick.
That was it.
We got through them so quickly ever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we just fly through them.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask you, what is your favorite Riva song?
Okay, this is hard. I've sung quite a few of hers. Is there life out there? So much she hasn't done. Hands down. That's the one. No, that was easy. Is there life out there? That's the one.
That's a great song. I love that. I love some of the ones that didn't like release. Like there's one called Pictures, and they never released as singles. They were just like, I think, songs to make up albums. And I love those sort of songs.
Best. Those are like the B-side. That's what I put in a lot of times into my show. It's not always the hit song by so and so. It's the B-side, and because then it's like, wait a minute. There sometimes the audience is wondering if that really is my song then, or the artist. I've done that with a lot of Trisha Yearwood songs because I absolutely love Trisha Yearwood. She has such an amazing collection of songs that, to me, they could all be hits and all be on the radio. But yeah, sometimes depending on what they've released, you're like, why didn't they send that one out? This is a hit.
Yeah.
So what's some of your Trisha Yearwood songs that you love to sing like that?
I love to sing That's What I Like About You. I love to sing Baby You're the Best. You know, I love the songs like you know, a lot of the songs that she has just she's actually redone them too. She put them on a whole hit album, 12 or 14 songs. Yeah.
Awesome. That's very cool. So what have you got planned for the rest of the year? There's not much left, but what have you got planned?
I do have a few shows coming up. I'm doing some performances as a duo, performances live with the band coming up on November 20th. I'm at an event called the Blue Chair Cafe, and it's like our own Edmonton's Bluebird Cafe. It's a 50-seater, very intimate setting. And I also have a couple of sessions with the people that I've been doing a lot of the writing for Look at Her Go CD and for the Holding On to Life CD. They're right here in Edmonton, and some have been out in Nashville. And so we do Zoom calls to do some of the writing if they can't come here and co-write. So I have some sessions set up for that. And just, you know, again, getting the Christmas decorations ready. I love this time of year. It's really great.
Perfect. Wonderful. So can we expect some new music?
Absolutely. Oh yeah. No, that I have just begun. I know that I have 3 albums, but there is a lot of songs and a lot more things to say and to be heard.
Perfect. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. Definitely. Perfect.
And I thank you so much. This is such a great opportunity for your following to get in touch with me and to learn more about my music. And I just really appreciate meeting new people.
Oh, no worries, no worries. So if you like Colleen, make sure you follow her on all her social media accounts and on YouTube, because she's amazing. The songs are fantastic. Yeah, I love her. I absolutely love her.
Thank you so much for joining us today. It's been our pleasure having you.
Definitely.
Thank you. See you soon.
All right.
Bye, guys.
Have a great day, friends. Bye. If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.